So welcome to today's video. Today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this card. I got the inspiration from a mixed up craft video where she'd done like that. So it was just a single one with a panel at the side, but I thought we can do a double. It will fold flat and it will go in a standard A5 envelope. There is a little bit of dimension just because of the foam tape, but you need that foam tape to hold these in place once it's up and together. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and I'll show you how I did it. So we're going to start with 2 sheets of paper which measure 11.5 inch by 6.5 inch, and we're going to score them both exactly the same. So we're going to score them at 3, at 6 and at 9. Then we need a pencil and a ruler, and turn it so that you've got your short side at the top. And I want you to measure and put yourself a mark at 3 inch. I'm doing it on a bit of an angle because I want to get my head over it as best I can to see what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to get my head on the camera instead of showing you what I'm doing if I'm not careful. So marked it at 3 inch there, down to this end. And I'm marking it at 3 inch here. And then I'm going to mark, from that mark I've just made, I'm going to come in 1/2 inch from both edges and put myself another little mark. So there. There. And there. I will show you this on white paper because I don't think you're going to be able to see this. And then spin it round and I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to mark 1/2 inch in and 1/2 inch in. So on white it'd look like this. That's my 3 inch mark, just to give him my guide for where halfway is. And then I've got a dot 1/4 inch in on each one of those. I'm now going to take my ruler and my little scoring tool and I'm going to score between these dots. So that one there and that one there, both 1/2 inch in. Move down here, I've got 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here. And I'm going to score between them. Oops. And then 1/2 inch there and 1/2 inch there. And same here. And then you're going to go through the middle as well, so that one to that one. So you're going to fold it so that it's a mountain and a mountain, and you're then going to cut along this line here just to the dot that you've created on both sides. So keep it folded and cut down. So it should look like that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to push these in. Just be gentle. So it looks like that. And you're going to do that on both pieces. You're then going to put glue on this piece here, just on one of them. And then slide this piece over the top. Like so. And that's your card base created. So this will then fold flat, like so, to go into your envelope, and it will fit in a standard A5 envelope. So to create these decorations, you want a piece that measures 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 inches, and then a piece of patterned which measures 2.5 by 5.5 inch. So the pattern paper that I'm using is a Daisy May Designs one called Spring Cottage. This is absolutely ancient. It must be about 5 years old, but there's some really pretty papers in that. I don't think you can get it anymore though with Craft Stash closing down. So to create these, what I need you to do is I need you to get a pencil and a ruler. On this long side here, I want you to mark at 2 7/8. Just double checking my measurements there. And then I want you to come in 1/4 inch. Now here, I want you to come down 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch from the top and 1/2 inch from the bottom. And then join them marks up. And then you're just going to cut down them pencil lines. And then I'm just going to check that my measurements are right, because I'm not having the best of mornings in my craft room. And I've gone through a fair amount of paper so far this morning. And then you're going to do the pattern slightly different. So you're going to mark at 2 3/4 on your long edge here. You're going to come down 1/4 inch. And up 1/4 inch. And then you're going to join these together. And this one. And then you're just going to cut them straight down. So these are going to be 2 pieces, not one. And then you're just going to glue these onto here like so. And you're going to repeat that 4 times. So I've stamped and coloured some images which are a Time for Tea Designs stamp set called Birthday Cake. And I'm going to position these so that when this edge here is in line with this, because we haven't finished this bit here, these are going to be in the middle of the diamonds, like that. And the same with this one, so about there. Like that. And I'm literally just gluing these in. So to create the middle panel as a stopper, I've got a piece of the same purple that I've got on the outside here, which measures 2.5 by 5 3/4. I've got a piece of patterned paper, which is 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. And that's out of a Hunky Dory Foxy and Friends paper pad. Again, a really old one. I seem to think I got this during COVID, so I doubt it'll still be stocked. And then a piece of white, which measures 2 by 5 1/4. And onto that, I've heat embossed my sentiment, which is a Stampin' Bella one, Happy Birthday to You sentiment set. And it reads, today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you will ever be again. Happy birthday. And I've just put some foam tape on the back of that and adhered it using the foam tape, just to give that dimension, which will create that stopper for us, as you can see there. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.